Oh, so it's 7:30 in the morning. I got up at 6 in the evening. I couldn't sleep, so I was busy answering emails and speaking to clients. So I thought I'll give you a roundup of some of the stories that I've been hearing from UAE. It's you know, when you go through all the pending messages, it's unbelievable the one story that you listen to. I'll give you a couple of them, which I went through. One was this, you know, when you're working with a company and when you sign the contract, I think some of you do not check the contract, or you do not check the so-called special clauses. This particular guy wanted to change his job. He got a good job offer, and now his company is saying he has to pay, if he resigns, he has to give them back certain amount, or they're going to make problems for him and all that. So now he came to me, what I can do. You signed the dotted line, you didn't read or you didn't clarify, and now you're asking for me to do something. Then there are others who have taken bank loans and they can't clear the amount, and they're asking, Eloy, what do I do? I don't know, what do you do? When you took the loan, you did what you had to. Now you paid off. I mean, what am I? Some kind of savior, financial savior, that I'll give free money or I'll give you a solution here. Go here, you'll get the money. You borrowed money, man. Then there was this other Filipina. She gave a long letter. To make it short, she got this guy who she was in love with, amazing guy, and promised her dreams, and you know where it's headed, right? Promised her sun, moon and stars. So she took a bank loan to help him, and she took the bank loan in her name. Now boyfriend has vanished. I know it's wrong for me to laugh, but what to say, man. And then there was, few days ago, there was this guy. He told me that there was this guy. They spoke to each other. I don't know. They met in a bar or somewhere, and I don't know how during the COVID they're meeting in a bar. So must be some posh area. So the guy offered him a job. Told him, I have this opportunity for you. So took the opportunity, resigned from that job, and went ahead with this one, only to find out now the guy has changed his mind. And I asked him, did they give you anything in writing? So he said, he told me. I said, told you is not, told you is what? Same thing happened to me, no? I believed one of my friends. I resigned from the job. Everything he said is done deal. Resigned from the job. I shifted my residence. I moved to my friend's place. I moved my belongings to a watchman's house. He had one extra room. I put it there. Went to the gardens. Called him and said, okay, I've resigned. I've shifted. So when can I start so I can book a house? And he said, I'll get back to you. I said, okay. And then after 5 minutes, he gets back to me. Imagine, my so-called good friend, my so-called mentor, And he tells me, Loy, did we give you anything in writing? What a fucking asshole, man. It's Lobo Management. He was working for that company as a general manager. Fucking asshole he was. Put me on the road, you know. I used to consider him friend. The truth bugger is. I would love to name and shame him, but anyway, leave it. So that is another one. Then what? Then you get these other heroes who, I don't know. I don't know which world are they. So this guy, he tells me, I want to be like you. Okay, be like me. So I didn't say anything. Then he says, did you understand what I meant? I said, you want to be like me? I said, okay, fine. He's saying, no, don't you want to know what it means? I said, I'm not interested. Then he says, man, you don't have to be so rude, yeah. I said, I don't have time. What the fuck do you want? So then he says, I want to come to Thailand. I want to start an online consulting and just live life like you. And I said, okay, do it. Why are you asking me? He said, can you be my mentor? I said, yeah, I have my charges. Then he started pitching me, you know, I'll offer you partnership and all that. I said, you keep your partnership to yourself. So you get all weird cases here. I mean, lately I've been getting guys who have been, first they sweet talk with me. Hey Loy, how are you? You know, big fan of your work. I watch your videos every day. Okay, oh, sugar coating, all nice, sweet talk. Okay, fine. After that, Loy, can you tell me how I can get a bank loan? Yeah, go apply. No, I want to know, his exact words, I want to know how to get a bank loan without being held liable. So what do you mean? He's saying, you know the loopholes, Loy, so you can guide me. Yeah, I'm a genius. I know the loopholes. Fuck, I know the loopholes. Nobody knows. If I was so smart in knowing the loopholes of a banking system, don't you think I would have taken 100, 200 million and or 1 billion and ran off? Think that easy or what? You know, from where they get these ideas. Then you get these ladies, I think especially, have something wrong in their head. I don't know, is it because they get their periods or something that their brains also go off with their diapers? Yeah, typical fucking emails. I have a mother, I have a father, I have a baby, I worked for 20 years, I lost my job. Okay, you know, I was getting 20,000, 30,000, lost my job, Loy, can you help me? Hey, pay the fucking money, man. And yeah, can you guarantee that I'll get a job? Yeah, okay, I'll guarantee you if you pay 1 full year's salary, give me what, if you're expecting 20,000, pay me 20,000 into 12, 1 full year's salary, I'll guarantee you. Because what I'll do is, I'll speak to the owner. I will transfer 50% to him, 50% I'll keep, or 20% I'll keep as commission. And he'll be like, okay, Loy, if she's taking care of my expenses, no problem. So, no, that's not the way. I'm ready to pay you $100. For $100, you want a guaranteed job of 20,000. Good. Then you get other guys who give me their full life story, full biography in the letter. Phew, I have to scroll. Where the fucking end, yeah. And then there are these others, self-righteous pricks. Loy, I see your videos, big fan of your work. I know what you'll say, I'm a freeloader. But what to do? I don't have a job. So here's me hoping that at least you will take an exception to one freeloader. If you have any of your contacts who I can give. Contacts, I can forward the CVs, boss. There are made a database where every owner who comes, I forward all the CVs to them. Selection they will do. Now if there are some 150 CVs in your category, what are the chances that you will stand out? Just think. If with 20 years, 30 years experience, you do not have contacts in the market, 20, 30 years, people don't want you. Even after knowing you for 20, 30 years, your own people, the people who know you in the industry don't want you. Your friends, relatives, nobody wants you. And then you're coming to me. Means the people who know you find you useless. So you're trying your luck with someone who doesn't know you. Devare. Then who else? One other fucking truth. I wanted to name him and shame him. He's just lucky that I'm not indecent in that way. He literally calls me up. I picked up this phone. He tells me, what are your credentials? Like, what? What are your credentials? I said, I'm school dropout. Oh, okay. I said, why, sir? What do you want? Now I want to know with what authority do you talk of the economy of UAE? Oh, okay. So if you have a PhD, you can talk? No. I want to know what are your credentials. So I asked him, what are your credentials? No, that's personal. Then you have this one other cartoon who tells me, I'm ready to give you business apparently, but first I need to have a list. I need to know your list. I said, what do you mean by my list? Now give me the names and details of the VIPs who you're dealing with. I want to go through your list, like menu, menu list, like chicken biryani, mutton biryani, beef biryani, like that, rice, dal, parota, pricing list, so that I can check who they are, and based on that I'll decide. I say, no sir, you're too hi-fi for me. Better you don't come only. Then you remember, I think I told you this already, that female from Russia or Belarus or Ukraine. The guy apparently told her, I want to see a photo with your chest. So she sent me a message, is it normal for people to ask to show your chest? I said, he wants to see your chest or he wants to see your breast? No, he said chest. So I told her, there are these female bodybuilders whose breasts don't look like breasts, they look like male chest. So send him a photo of that and say, this is his chest. And then one Indian guy, this one was pretty stupid. The guy doesn't know English. He doesn't know how to talk English properly. And he's telling me that he got a job for 16,000 or 18,000 dirhams. I was like, fucking hell, 18,000 dirhams. For what job? No, government job to teach. To teach what? No, they want me to teach maths, English. No, sorry, maths, history, some dummy subject. 16,000 dirhams for a teaching book. So he's asking me, is this true or false? He's showing me the letter of offer, which anyway was false. It's titled government of UAE@gmail.com, some shit like that, or HR government of UAE@gmail.com, something like that. So this guy, just imagine, he doesn't know English. I asked him, how much are you getting? He was hardly getting like 1,800 or 2,000 dirhams in total in India. From 2,000 he has been offered 16,000. And then they asked him to send money to process the visa. So you get these kind of cartoons, Cartoon Network. In fact, it seems Emirates Airlines, the people who are being terminated are so many that now that is why they were sending them emails. And when these guys went to, finish the final paperwork, it seems it's bloody crowded. Like how they used to have this mass recruitment. Now it's like mass termination. So many were there. And it seems Many were shattered. Some of them, you know, they're confident. They're like, fuck you. In fact, I got one female, polite, Western female. She was not rude. Cabin crew, expecting 35,000 for what? Some assistant. I don't know what kind of assistant she wants to be. I'm looking at assistant, and this cabin crew CVs, either they don't know what they are doing, or I don't know what it is. They'll always put a photograph of them looking so beautiful, perky, smiling, posing like this. Yeah, that's a cabin crew fucking resume, man. You don't put a large photograph of you posing. No, they do look beautiful. They are very confident. But real world skills, zero. And you know, when you mention in the CV that you have done, say, fine, you're very creative in wording the CV, showed exceptional leadership and processes and procedures and logistics and training. End of the day, cabin crew. So what is all leadership? What is team? What is excellence in high standards of customer protocol? Hi-fi English words. 35,000. So secretary and all that. You can get a Filipino, you can get a this thing for 6,000, and it's not to demean them. Some of them are very skillful, very, very skillful. The difference between them is maybe they are not perky and pretty and tall, but their skill level is off the charts. Then what else? I also have been getting some weird requests like, I am the gay. I am the gay, and I don't get attracted to girls. But my mummy daddy is forcing me to marry a girl. But I love boys. Please help me come to Thailand. I'll work for you. Yeah, sure. I have always wanted the gay. Then, you know, if you type Quora, Loy Macedo Quora, you'll get some of my earlier articles. So these, most of the people who like free content, they go to Quora. So these people who go there assume that I also provide services for free. And they come, hi Loy, how are you? Fine. You know, admire your work, love your content. I want to come to Dubai, and please, if you can arrange a job. Yeah, arrange a job. I don't run a recruitment agency. No, if you help me get a job, please, I'll be forever grateful. Yeah, even I'll be grateful if you pay me money. So yeah, these are the normal this thing, yeah. And then people get angry about when I post people are losing jobs, they get angry. When I post that people have got jobs, they are angry. When I say something that's negative, they're angry. When I say something positive, they're angry. What the fuck am I supposed to... Either way, whatever I say, they get angry. So, what am I supposed to do? It's like when I posted, these people are getting jobs. Yeah, where are the jobs? I can't see the jobs. Yeah. So these are some of the wonderful, stupid, silly stories. One thing I can tell you is people who have money, are making shitloads of money. Absolute. I mean, you know, I speak to these guys who are rich, and man, they are making money, man. They're scooping up left, right and center whatever they can at the lowest price. They're very smart, they're very intelligent, they're not making a noise because they want to keep a low profile. And it's not that people don't have money. See, when you go to the shopping mall, yes, it is empty and not many people. remember the rule 80-20. 80% may be poor, but the 20% are rich. So you might not see 8 people, but those 2 people who are there, they have a lot of money. That is why they are still buying, you know, luxury goods. They have been selling. Some of my friends who work in luxury brands, they said, boy, people are buying. My friend who's in investments, he said, Loy, I've made the highest. And he makes via commissions. He's made solid amount of money. And then my friend who purchases apartments and real estate, he's scooping them up at throwaway prices. You won't believe, people even call me up and say, okay, what about UAE? I want to buy, you know, properties and this and that. People are rich, man. They have money. It's not that the money is vanished. Just because you're poor, just because you lived hand to mouth, just because you have a small salary, doesn't mean everyone has a small salary. Doesn't mean everyone is poor. Doesn't mean everyone's like you. There are people who are loaded with shitloads of money. It's just that they don't make noise. So these guys who are rich, they are making money like no one else's business. Then the second category are people who have been smart and key positions. They are already making strategic moves. But yeah, then the rest of the people, they are struggling. In fact, even the jobs that are being offered, it's where, you know, yes, obviously they are looking for talent. But always remember, contacts and connections play a big fucking role. Big. Like, I spoke to my friend, he is working in this multinational company. He told me this interview process for this key position that they had, they had already decided who they're going to select. Okay, here's the, you know, spoiler. It was his relative. But he wanted to make sure his relative impressed the hell out of the management, because they had key people who were already pushing for him. So he told me, Loy, here's the money. Polish his skills in terms of the interview. I don't need for the resume. Make sure he gives a bang up job. He worked on it for almost 2 months. His speaking, communication skills, what he had to say, got the job. Fucking good. See, the thing is, you can't be an all-rounder. You can't be good at everything. There are certain weaknesses. Some people may be communication skills weakness. They don't know how to market and sell themselves. So this guy he got the job. I made money. He is making money now. So anyway, just thought I'll update you with all these. These are real stories, guys. These are real stories. These are the real things that are happening in UAE. I don't know about around the world. My network is predominantly in, you know, UAE and yeah, India. So I hope these bits of insights, whether funny or whatever, give you some ideas, and if nothing else, at least entertains you. End of the day, like I tell you, make money. Money is the name of the game, my friend. Money, money, money. Rest everything is bullshit. So hope this helps. You guys take care.